Karibu sana to the Light Up Show. This is where Christ lights up your dark world. My name is Michael Okoth. I told you that this Friday we're gonna be having a surprise, okay? And the surprise is here, guys. Surprise!
No, okay, you guys stop. You stop.
I'm hanging out with MC Glenn 254.
Yes, MC Glenn.
Yeah, the biggest MC in the world.
Yeah.
Venye hujaanza ku MC weddings Cambodia.
Wewe ngoja ile siku ta MC ya wedding ya mtoto wa Michelle Obama. We are coming. We're getting there.
Utanibeba kwa hiyo plane.
Kabisa.
So, I was having a conversation with Glenn, okay? Because every Friday we have the heart-to-heart conversation, okay? Where I tell you where I pour out what's in my heart. And one of the things that was really drumming in me was what is happening in the lives of teens right now, yeah? Teens are burning schools left, right, and center, and they don't feel loved. I don't know what is happening. Some teens are killing one another, you know. The other time we watched a teenager killing the whole family just because aliona movie flani na series flani. So I don't know what is happening in the lives of teenagers. So today we want to talk about parenting in the 21st century, okay? And that is why Glenn is here. Glenn, karibu sana.
Asante.
I know you are not a teenager, but
I was once a teenager.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And I really loved my teenagehood. I think, I went through high school, and luckily I didn't. Our school by the period yake hatukuchoma shule, and luckily I also didn't participate in any strikes, forms of violence. So I guess I have a snippet of how we can handle parenting.
Okay.
Especially
I'm a bit curious. What kind of student were you in school? Pole ama
mimi vile mimi nakaa tu hivi. Mimi nilikuwa pole for one week. Then nikasema tu hapa nimeficha white sana, so lazima nirudi place nilikuwa. So nikarudi noise making. But I was just a love of life, happy.
So I also understand that you've worked with the teens.
Yeah, I've worked with teens before.
Okay. So I don't know where you want to start as well for your conversation.
Yeah, let's start. Maybe we start with the definition of parenting.
Yes.
Hapo ndo I guess everything went haywire. From the word go, our first parents were Adam and Eve. And if you look at their story, that's when you realize where parenting comes from. You get that we are living in a society where there must be a madman in every man. Adam had two kids for a start. Let's talk about Adam and Cain and Abel. One of them was the best human being you can ever have. I think one of them was we can term him as the worst in the present day times, because he killed his brother.
Yeah.
So the same situation is happening right now. There's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new. Currently, this society, we still have kids who kill one another, and we have kids who are good. So I think that I think we need to go to Nini. We need to go when it comes to let's say parenting. Let's put a family being the basic unit of a society. Let's keep it sacred the way God intended it to be.
That's true.
Because the first point of us, before we even go into families, the first point is to get married. So God had to connect two people, Adam and Eve. So you have to be connected first with somebody that you need to be serving. So a man needs to be connected to a lady. Then after your connection, that's when you start bringing kids. And I've realized the problem inaanza kitambo.
Yes.
Haianzi ati nimeshapata watoto sasa nikashtuka, hapana. Ilianza ile point yenye mimi kama a man, when I was looking for the lady, did I follow the right channels? Did I reach right? Did I get my steps right? And if you didn't get your steps right, then parenting pain has an issue.
So what do you mean by getting your steps right?
Getting your steps right. Yeah, there is a clear way of how we should be handling issues as pertaining to the institutions.
Yes.
Institutions have their own laws. If you go to churches have their own way of their doctrines.
Yes.
Schools have their own laws that govern their schooling.
That's
So we have an institution called marriage and also an institution called family.
yes.
So family being the lowest unit means that that is the first place. That's the first starting point where when God comes, the society will be good. And that's also the place where if the devil reigns, the society is destroyed. Yeah. So in this sense, when Adam was given a lady, like when Adam was when Adam woke up from sleep and saw that God had created Eve, this is what Adam saw, that this lady is like him but different in a way.
Yes.
You know, that's why when he looked at the Eve, he said that this is a flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone. So when you talk about flesh of my flesh and bone of my bone, then Adam looked at Eve, then it was like, you are like man, but you are like man, but not man. So that's why he called Eve woman, because woman was after man.
Yes.
So after calling Eve woman, this is what happened. Adam took Eve now as a companion.
Yes.
As a companion. That is doing it right. So that is the right channels that we're supposed to be always following when it comes to also something. When we get it right, then God reigns.
So you sparked a question. There's this notion that we take children to school to learn values instead of them starting to learn values at home. I don't know what you can say about that.
This is the reality. We don't go to school to learn values. We go to school to learn science, biology, chemistry, then pass, then go to another school.
Okay.
Yes, that's the truth. I was in primary school. My primary school is not the same as this high school that I went to. And the high school I went to is not the same as the university I am in right now. All these channels are being taught how to pass exams. Then when you reach university, you're being taught on how to be an employee and get money. Nobody's teaching us how to be a boy while I'm in primary. Nobody's teaching us how to be a girl when you're in primary. Nobody's teaching us how to be a boy or a girl in high school. Nobody's teaching us how to be a man when you go to campus. The only person who is supposed to be teaching us this thing is that the first institution, family. Well, the first place you learned how to say tata was not in school, it was in family.
That's true.
And all our abuses, everything good and everything bad, we get them from family.
Yes.
Because that is the first starting point. Imagine, somebody mwenye haja kunyonyesha, wala a better word, mwenye haja kunyonyesha, there are words,
Yes.
There are some things that when it comes from them, like it doesn't affect you whatsoever. But some things, when they come from from the basics, from the, from the foundation, which is family, they can never make you or break you.
Okay. So how then can a parent be involved in the life of his child as a teenage child in the 21st century?
Let me use a story. Just the other day, there was a post that was posted on Facebook. One elder posted that parenting in our society is one of the hardest things ever. Then somebody commented that these children of the internet days, they are very hard to parent.
Really?
By the way, let me tell you something. The difference between me and my parent when he or she when they were young is the technology. That's the difference. But everything that they did, I'm doing. Take the phone, the laptops, the televisions aside. We are doing the same things. Because look at it. Technology has just brought civilization. Our parents walikuwa nakatiwa by throwing stones.
But
then wanalenga nyumba without the knowledge of their parents. They go back door. Then they do their thing. That's why in 1990s we still recorded cases of teenage pregnancies.
Yes.
So in the same scenario right now, we are still recording cases of teenage pregnancies. The reason why we are saying that there are so many is because we have a robust channel of how we do our research.
Yes.
We have data, keeping data in our computers. And data kept in Mombasa in a computer is really easily retrieved. So kitambo ilikuwa hard because they were recording in paper.
Yes.
So before you do your research, utatafuta. So that's the only difference. And just a simple question: who introduced you to technology?
No one. I don't remember anybody introducing.
But the first place you saw a television was you.
Kwa nyumba.
Kwa nyumba yenu.
Yeah.
Sio shule.
But the others, the first time they see phones and everything, ni kwa shule.
Kwa shule. But si simu yake. Ni simu ya mwalimu. Si simu yake. Ni simu ya mwalimu. So, you know, like, how do you call it? Technology has brought so many dynamics when it comes to parenting. This is my first case. I've lived in the slums. I live in the slums still. Yes, and it's
hivyo ngoja unakaa mtu mwenye
mimi mso wa ghetto man. Mimi mso wa ghetto naishi Lower Milimani. Yes.
Okay, sawa.
Yeah, so I live in the ghetto. My life has been like this. From class 1 to class 8, the only person who had a phone in our home was my father.
Wow.
It was my father. Then my mom bought a phone. Then when I was in high school, my mom bought her phone, the first touch screen phone in our house. So my dad bado akona kaduda, but mamangu ana niliona hiyo ni technological advancement.
Yes.
Mimi bado sikuwa na simu, but I'm in high school. I finished form 4 and that was the first time I got my first phone. Na ilipotea tu kwa one of the gates tu kwa hii dunia. My phone got lost. Then I got another phone when entering campus. So I've used, most of the times I've used my phone is when I'm in campus, because that's when I really need it for lessons and stuff. But currently we're living in a society where a class 3 has a serious phone. No. By the way, there's no problem with someone having a serious phone. But you know, phones have taken apart, they're substituting parenting.
Yeah.
In that there are some questions we ask our parents and they will never give you an answer. No. Yeah, they'll see you as somebody who is nagging. They'll never give you an answer. Take for instance, like let's say today if you were to watch a soap opera, you watch it with your parents when you're young. Then it reaches a point where two human beings are engaging, either kissing or they want
intimate.
Yeah, they're so intimate. Our parents either will start looking at the everybody's like
after remote.
Wanaanza kutafuta channels safi. So which means they have neglected the other part. They don't want to talk about it. They're not talking about it. They just want to seal it. Yeah? It's like this is a bottle full of water. Then it has a hole. Then you want to seal it with a tape. Huh? This water will continue trickling out. Then the tape will lose its power. Then one day it will spill over. So this is what is happening. You seal it, then the children are very curious. You seal it, then are like, so mbona mami alifunga hiyo part. The next day you seal it again. Mbona alinini hiyo part. So in a place, there comes a time when the pressure is too much. You're like, why are they doing this? But you have your phone. So the only thing, they always say that information is only a bundle away. So if you have data bundles, after Chrome, yeah, this is blah blah blah. Then you look at it now. So we saw a problem. We didn't correct the problem. We didn't even talk about it. Tulifunika. Then now they want to go and search for the information themselves. No better. I always say that before you give your children a phone, give them information. Give them information that will make them not want a phone. Because our children will always come and tell you that, Daddy, I want a phone. Ask them why they need a phone. Because so and so also has a phone. They want the gadgets simply because so and so someone else has the same gadget. There's nothing they're going to do the gadget. Some of them even, sisi tulikuwa tunanunuliwa kaduda ine kwa jamii. Ndio kaduda, hiyo ndio family phone.
Yes.
Ndio tunapigia kila mtu. That's by the kama utaki mtoto ateseke social media nini, unamnunulia kaduda, hata baada itapiga simu. Lakini umemnunulia nini tuseme
iPhone.
iPhone iko na Chrome, iko na Google. Google iko na information zote. It has both good and bad. Google is like the Garden of Eden. Now, you see, the Garden of Eden. Now we are like, treat yourself as Adam. Now, nini, like let's say Eve akotoka kadoka beshte yako. Now we have the Garden of Eden. Garden of Eden had two trees. The tree of knowledge of good and evil and the tree of life. Nugget. So there's this tree of knowledge of of good and evil. They are told that if you eat this one, you'll die. You'll get. But they didn't die the physical death. That's the same thing. We also have a tree of life in Google, and we have the tree of knowledge of the good and evil. So if we find ourselves eating into this tree of evil, unapata you die.
That's true.
And it's a gradual death. Yeah, gradual death. Nile pole pole, nakula pole pole, na ujuangi. So I think what can be done is that parents need to, we should stop blaming. You know, we always throw blames. Like right now, the situation in the country right
Yes.
now, the ministry is blaming the parents.
In fact, they want to reintroduce caning.
They want to introduce caning to who? These children.
Yes.
The children who are depressed. You want to cane children who are depressed. Huh? These children are depressed.
But then, why are they depressed?
Why are they depressed? Let me now take you slowly by slowly. You realize that these things could have happened to us by any chance if Corona happened earlier. We would be the ones banning schools by now. So let's go back to now at home. You know, our parents, when we were young, they used to spend, let's say, some normal times with us. Then we grew up, then time left us. They started leaving us. Started substituting family time with things like television, phone time, blah, blah, blah. So they don't have time with their kids. The truth is this, very few parents know their children. Very few.
That was an amazing interview with MC Glenn 254. So watch out for part 2 next week on Friday as we continue with the conversation about parenting in the 21st century. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel.